News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
Good day. This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledged on Tuesday to carry out a military operation in the southern Gaza city of Rafah regardless of whether there is an agreement with Hamas for a ceasefire and release of hostages held in Gaza. Netanyahu has said it is necessary for Israel forces to enter Rafah to fully defeat Hamas, which carried out an attack on Israel in October that killed 1,200 people. Hamas also took about 250 hostages during the attack, and it is believed to still be holding about 100 along with the remains of 30 or more hostages who have either been killed or otherwise died in the ensuing months. Many Palestinians fled to Rafah to escape Israeli attacks, and the United Nations has warned of a potential humanitarian disaster if Israel conducts a major ground offensive in the city. The White House said on Monday that United States President Joe Biden pledged to work with Egypt and Qatar to ensure the implementation of a proposed ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
Meanwhile, a New York judge on Tuesday held former United States President Donald Trump in contempt of court and fined him $9,000 for violating the judge's gag order prohibiting Trump from criticizing potential witnesses at his criminal trial. New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchan rejected claims by the country's 45th president that he was merely responding to political attacks against him when he assailed two key likely witnesses at the trial, Michael Cohen, his one-time lawyer and political fixer, and porn film star Stormy Daniels. Merchan described as counterintuitive and absurd Trump's claims that reposts of supporters' comments on the former president's Truth social media platform did not amount to a violation of the gag order. In addition to finding him in contempt, Merchan ordered Trump to remove the offending Truth social post. The gag order bars Trump from criticizing witnesses, jurors, and other key figures in the trial, but not Merchan himself or the prosecutor who brought the case, Alvin Bragg. Trump has often taken aim at both.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
And news from the Philippine Foreign Service Post, the Philippines had another productive participation at the 2024 London Book Fair or LBF held at Olympia London Exhibition Centre. The Philippine delegation was comprised of officials from the National Book Development Board or NBDB and representatives from the Senate and House of Representatives. The Philippine Special Curation in the LBF featured national artist Ricky Lee's 4B or How Love Devastates 4 out of Every 5 of Us and the 41st National Book Award finalist for Best Anthology in Filipino, Rurok, a Comics and Art Anthology. The curation also highlighted a collection of recently published contemporary fiction from various regions, queer coming-of-age novels, and folklore and mythology which the country introduced to publishers and readers in the English-speaking market. In addition to the country stand, which showcased Philippine-authored books, the delegation also held a talk entitled A Habit of Shores, translating across seas from the Philippines to the UK at the International Markets Theatre of the Olympia London on the 13th of March 2024. Another highlight of the Philippine participation in the LBF was the launch of the books Arasahas Mga Tula, authored by London-based poet and professor Jaya Jacobo, and Mga Awit sa Huling Pagkikita, a collection of poems by Russian poet Anna Akhmatova, translated from Russian into Filipino by London-based poet and writer-translator Jean Alcantara. During the 3-day fair, the Philippine contingent was able to forge connections with a diverse crowd, from corporate rights experts and publishers to educators and international students. Around 30,000 visitors attended the LBF, which had more than 1,000 exhibitors.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.